Okay, quick disclaimer before the start of this video. I tried to upload this full video yesterday, overnight, and when I woke up, I got an alert saying that the video was blocked globally due to one song on this EP, Sweat. The very first song on the EP, it said that the copyright holder claimed the video and it was completely blocked from being published publicly. So, what I'm going to have to do for this video is just for the first song, Sweat, I have to mute the audio during my reaction. Um, and so it'll be just kind of like my Eros video where I have the reaction play out in silence. And if you so choose, you can play the song manually along with the video if you want to hear my reaction to the song. Just what I have to do because, yeah, apparently that song is just completely blocked from being uploaded to YouTube, even under fair use. So, just wanted to point that out before the beginning of this video. It's just an unfortunate situation to be in, but that it is what it is, I guess. So, enjoy the rest of the video, and I'll have a little indicator telling you where to play the song. Okay, so this is the day that many of you guys have been waiting for. I know. It's a day that I've been waiting for quite a while as well. We are going to finally be checking out Tool for the very first time ever. I have only heard one Tool song to my knowledge before. I might have heard another one in passing, I don't know. But I only know of one Tool song, which is I think Numa. I just found it on like I think Spotify or something at some point, and I was really digging that song. So I really like that song, and I know that Tool is a very progressive metal band, which is very exciting. Pretty much everybody who is subscribed already knows. My favorite band currently is King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard, and they have gone on to state, specifically Joey Walker, the lead guitarist of King Gizzard, has stated Tool as one of his biggest influences. And I've seen a lot of comparisons to Tool in King Gizzard's more progressive type of uh, albums and songs. So I'm very excited for this to see where a lot of the influence came from for my favorite band, but also I just know generally speaking, Tool is a very highly acclaimed and uh, well regarded band. So very excited to check them out. I will be doing the same thing I did with Deftones, sans the private music reaction, which will be I'm going through their entire discography in chronological order. So we are gonna start, I believe, with their first album, Undertow, and then move on through the rest of their albums in chronological order. Also, sorry if you can hear my AC vent blowing. I'm trying to like position my mic away from it, but yeah, it's my AC vent's right above me right now, so I don't really know what else to do about it. But so if you hear some wind noises, that's why. But as I was saying, I'm very excited to check Tool out again. I know that they are a very well regarded band. I also know that their fan base can be a little. They have a reputation. I'll just say that. I've heard lot of things about Tool fans before, so I just want to put this out here, front and center. If you don't agree with something that I say, if you don't think that I reacted in a certain way that is the right way to react or whatever, please just know that it's just my opinion. It's just how I listen to music, and you should not be offended by it or upset by it if I don't react the way that you did or feel the way that you felt when you were listening to this for the first time. How I listen to music, I'm mentioning this for new people, new viewers checking this video out. How I like to listen to music is I pretty much just focus on the instruments and the music itself first. So I will not have lyrics up for this reaction. I will, on later listens, go back and read through the lyrics. But yeah, for this first reaction, I'm not going to have lyrics up, so I'm not going to really be paying attention much to what uh, Maynard James Keenan is saying on these songs. If lyrics stick out to me, I'll mention that or something. But for the most part, I'm probably not going to be picking apart the lyrics too much. I mostly focus on what is happening in the music and uh, I used to be a drummer, so I really lock in to the drums. But I'll mention whatever I feel as I listen to the songs. So yeah. Anyway, all that preamble out of the way, like I did with my Deftones reactions, I am going to be reading the background behind the band first because I don't know anything about Tool, and I'm also going to be reading the background behind the album that we're listening to, Undertow. So, if you're just interested in listening to the music with me, go ahead and skip now to where that is. I have the chapters all in the video. So, cool. All right. Tool is an American rock band formed in Los Angeles in 1990. The group consists of vocalist Maynard James Keenan, guitarist Adam Jones, drummer Danny Carey, and bassist Justin Chancellor, who replaced founding member Paul D'Amour in 1995. So that he will not be playing on this album, I presume, because that was this. I think their first album came out in '93. Tool has won 4 Grammy Awards, performed worldwide tours, and produced albums topping charts in several countries. The band has released 5 studio albums, 1 EP, and 1 box set. They emerged with a more classic heavy metal sound in their first album, Undertow, 1993, before shifting and becoming a dominant act in the alternative metal and progressive metal movement with the release of their follow-up album, Enema, it's probably Anima, in 1996. The group's efforts combine musical experimentation, visual arts, and a message of personal evolution. Continued with Lateralis, Lateralis in 2001 and 10,000 Days 2006, gaining critical acclaim and international commercial success. Their 5th studio album, Fear Inoculum, was released on August 30th, 2019, to widespread critical acclaim. Prior to its release, the band sold more than 13 million albums in the US alone. Due to Tool's incorporation of visual arts and very long and complex releases, the band has been described as a style-transcending act and part of progressive rock, psychedelic rock, and art rock. The relationship between the band and the music industry is ambivalent, at times marked by censorship and the band's insistence on privacy. Okay, cool. So, uh, visual arts, I assume, that means like music videos, maybe, and like very long, complex releases. So I guess the way that they released their albums was very artistic. Not really sure what this paragraph necessarily means. Formation and Opiate. During the 1980s, each of the future members of Tool moved to Los Angeles. Both Paul D'Amour and Adam Jones wanted to enter the film industry, while Maynard James Keenan, who had studied visual arts in Michigan, worked as a pet store remodeler. Danny Carey and Keenan performed for Grain Jelly, and Carey played with Carole King in Pygmy Love Circus. Huh, didn't know he played for Carole King, that's cool. Keenan and Jones met through a mutual friend in 1989. After Keenan played Jones a tape recording of his previous band project, Jones was so impressed by his voice that he eventually talked his friends into forming a new band. They started jamming together while searching for a drummer and bass player. Carey happened to live above Keenan and was introduced to Jones by Tom Morello, a high school friend of Jones and former member of Electric Sheep. This is and Rage Against the Machine, right? Yeah, cool. Sick. I'm always so, like, I guess, shocked at how many people in big bands, like, knew each other, either before they got big or whatever. It's just like, it's cool to see the sort of crossover of just relationships between band members in different bands. Like, obviously, that's indicative of just the music industry at large and having to be in the same kind of areas, whether you're in a recording studio or at events or whatever. But still, it's cool to know that uh, they knew Tom Morello. Carey began playing their sessions because he kind of felt sorry for them, as other invited musicians were not showing up. Tool's lineup was completed when a friend of Jones introduced the members to bassist D'Amour. Early on, the band fabricated the story that it formed because of the pseudo-philosophy lacrimology. What the fuck? Although lacrimology was also cited as an inspiration for the band's name, Keenan later explained the members' intentions differently. Tool is exactly what it sounds like. It's a big dick. It's a wrench. We are your tool. Use us as a catalyst in your process of finding out whatever it is you need to find out or whatever it is you're trying to achieve. Interesting. All right, I'm going to call them Big Dick from now on. After almost 2 years of practicing and performing locally in the Los Angeles area, the band was approached by record companies and eventually signed a record deal with Zoo Entertainment. In March 1992, Zoo released its band's first effort, Opiate. Oh, interesting. So Opiate is the first. Oh, shit. Okay. I thought Undertow was their first release, but it looks like Opiate is. So then we're not going to be listening to Undertow in this video. We're going to be listening to Opiate. Okay, well then, fuck it. We'll do that. I'll probably listen to both, back to back today. But yeah, cool. All right, so in March 1992, Zoo released the band's first effort, Opiate, described by the band as a slam and bang heavy music and the hardest sounding 6 songs they had written to that point. The EP included singles Hush and Opiate. The band's first music video, Hush, promoted their dissenting views about the then prominent Parents Music Resource Center and its advocacy of the censorship of music. I can't read out loud, bro. I'm a dumbass. The video featured the band members naked with their genitalia covered by parental advisory stickers and their mouths covered by duct tape. The band began touring with Rollins' band Fishbone, Rage Against the Machine, White Zombie, and Corrosion of Conformity to positive responses, which Janice Garza of Rip magazine summarized in September 1992 as a buzz and a strong start. Cool. Okay, so that's the background behind Opiate and the formation of the band. Big Dick is what I'll call them for now. But it's cool to see that they were like at the very start kind of friends with Tom Morello and toured with Rage Against the Machine. So cool. Oh shit, it's thundering, so you might hear some thunder in the background in this video. Sorry. Alright, I'm just going to read a little bit about the Opiate EP itself. So, Opiate is an EP by Tool. It was produced and engineered by Sylvia Massey and Steve Hans, Hansgen. Released in 1992, it was the result of 2 years of the band playing together after their formation in 1990. Opiate preceded Tool's first full-length release, Undertow, by a year. It was named after a quote by Karl Marx: "Religion is the opiate of the masses." Hell yeah, my Marxist kings. It was certified platinum by the RIAA. The EP charted on several international charts when Tool released their catalog to online streaming in August 2019. Background and recording: Opiate features 7 songs spanning 6 tracks, 2 of which are live recordings. Most of the versions of the EP, all except the cassette, feature the hidden 7th song titled The Gaping Lotus Experience. On CD versions, the song is hidden at the end of the last track on the album, Opiate, and begins approximately 6 minutes and 10 seconds into the track after Opiate is concluded. So, much like on Around the Fur, you know, MX had the hidden track of Damone and Bong Hit. It's going to be the same way, where I'll have to probably skip ahead through the silence to find it. Vinyl copies of the EP featured a double groove on the second side, one which contained Cold and Ugly, and the second containing Gaping Lotus Experience, and a small period of silence. Both grooves led into Jerk Off. Double groove, what is that? Okay, Cold and Ugly and Jerk Off were recorded specially for the album at the Jello Loft Hollywood on New Year's Eve in 1991 with a live audience. As a result, these 2 songs have never been available as true studio recordings except for the band's 1991 demo tape 72826. This demo tape also featured nearly early versions of Hush and Part of Me, as well as Crawl Away and Sober, which were meh, and used to get the band signed. All 4 songs were recorded for the EP. In the original CD inserts for the album, there is a collage of photos of the band members as children, among various items and trinkets, and including a picture of someone engaging in necrophilia with a well-decomposed cadaver. What the fuck, bro? In reality, it is a friend of the band joking around in prop maker Stan Winston's studio. Okay, that makes me feel a little bit better. Like, if they actually put a fucking necrophilia photo that was real, that would have been crazy. But, I mean, it's still crazy, but at least it's a fake prop. A black and white music video was made for the track Hush, the band's first. The Canadian music channel Much Music played it regularly. Alright, so that should be enough of that. So we're going to listen to Opiate, the first recorded, released studio Tool EP, the first thing that Tool ever released officially. And then I'll probably just go on and listen to Undertow right after this. But yeah, and again, sorry if if you hear thunder in the background. It's raining here. We've been getting storms like crazy here on the East Coast, so because it's hot as fuck. But anyway, let's start with the first song on Opiate by Tool, Sweat. Here we go. Really like the album cover. Hmm. This is dope. Hmm. Oh, this is dirty. Cool. All right. Oops. Didn't mean to skip that, but cool. Okay, that was not what I was expecting it to sound like. Uh Interesting. Okay. So that one sounds very, it's very kind of raw, with the sort of production is just very sort of straightforward. Um, the really heavy, punchy guitar, um, it just sounds really kind of raw, and uh, like the really loud, distorted bass. Um, his voice, because I've only listened to I only really know one Tool song, and then of course his feature on Passenger from White Pony. Um, his voice sounds very different on here from what I know him from. He sounds a lot, I guess, younger, but also less, like the texture and the way that he enunciates, um that I've heard before is not as pronounced on here. I'm trying to figure out what that song reminded me of, because it reminds me of something, but I can't really place it at the moment. Um, but it is kind of it kind of feels like uh, reminiscent to me of sort of like that more, you know late 80s metal, and like, but a lot more like harder and punchier, but like the singing really kind of reminded me of that a little bit. And yeah, that was just a straight up fucking banger. Like, I'm guessing, this EP and maybe their first album is not going to be as progressive as like their later albums. Um, but it's cool to see how they started out. It was sort of more just like straight up heavy kick ass rock. But yeah, Sweat, pretty good song. I like that. Go on to Hush. Oh, you hush. God, Zeus, whoever the fuck, trying to do a reaction here. All right, next song, Hush. I like the bass. Oh, that's funny. Like, go fuck yourself, you piece of shit, on one side and then the other. That's funny. Dude, that was sick, dude. Yeah, and sorry if you can hear I don't know if you can hear the thunder in the background. It's also making my dogs go crazy, but anyway, that was a cool song. What honestly, especially like the guitar, it that kind of reminded me of Adrenaline from Deftones. Like not what he was doing with the vocals, but the guitar, like kind of like that, those types of riffs, kind of reminded me of what they do on Adrenaline. So that's really interesting because I know this came out beforehand, but it's really cool, kind of the sound. Like it doesn't, again, it does not sound like what I was expecting from Tool, but I was also kind of aware that it was probably going to be different from what I know them for later down the line, because this is their first ever, you know, this is their first EP, their first album. So, but it's sick. I like it. I do like Maynard's voice. That song definitely had more of his like kind of signature sound, like the way he enunciates and stuff. But I like that. It's a straight up banger. And yeah, I did like how he was like, uh, "You piece of shit, go fuck yourself," in the panned vocals left and right. It was funny. All right, next song, "Part of Me." Studio chatter. Mmm. Trying to figure out what this time signature is. Shit, man. Okay. Yeah, that was definitely an odd time signature, but I could not count. I couldn't count it. Like I said before, I'm really bad at time signatures. Um, so yeah, I was trying to figure it out, could not figure it out. So if you know what that time signature was, please let me know. Because once I like know the time signature, I can like feel it and then like, oh, okay, that's what that is. But yeah, trying to figuring it out myself is hard. But that was cool. Yeah, his okay. So what I will say is the vocals do sound a little bit like not his voice, but like the way it's recorded. Um, sounds a bit weird. Like it kind of sounded echoey on that song in particular. Uh, I guess like the way it was mixed and recorded, but uh, yeah, it sounded kind of distant in a way on that song. But the instrumentals were fucking sick. I really like the. It's really cool. Okay, so Cold and Ugly Live is next. So this is a live recording. The next two, I think, are live recordings. So let's check it out.
Throw that Bob Marley wannabe motherfucker out of here.
Whoa! Bob Marley wannabe motherfucker, okay. Oh man, sounds great for a live recording. Goddamn! Shred that thing. Yeah. Hell yeah. That was a banger and a half, bro.
Used to be a bunch of
Sounded great.
in this part of the building here. But we systematically removed them like you would any kind of termite or roach.
I'm just gonna let it play. Ooh. Oh man, that sounds sick. The drums, bro. Dude, the drumming.
Consequences dictate course of action, and it doesn't matter what's right. It's only wrong if you get caught. If consequences dictate my course of action, I should play God and just shoot you myself.
God damn. Sick, dude. Yeah, those were great live songs, like live recordings. Yeah, that was awesome. Yeah, I just realized it was probably really dark in here, so sorry about that. I turned the light on, but yeah, it's a new room, new recording area, so I'm not haven't fully got down how I want it to look and everything. But those were two great live recordings of those songs. Really sick. Yeah, I mean, I was not expecting them to sound this just kind of, you know, raw and straightforward, so to speak, because my perception of Tool, as long as I've kind of heard about them, is that they're very, you know, progressive, very kind of heady music, and like kind of psychedelic. But I'm guessing that this and their first album are a lot more, kind of like I said, raw, kind of just straight up heavy metal, rock, hardcore, um, and then they'll later on evolve beyond that. But I do really like the sound, and I think Maynard James Keenan sounds really good in this context. Uh, not just live, but just in this EP. Um, he's got a really good screaming voice, um, and the guitars sick. bass, great. Drumming, fantastic. That's something I also have kind of known about Tool is that Danny Carey is a very, very good drummer. Um, and so I'm definitely hearing that. But yeah, so far, man, I'm really digging the sound. Okay, so this is the one with the hidden track, so I'll probably have to forward.
What you need is someone strong to guide you. Deaf and blind and dumb and born to follow. What you need is someone strong to guide you. Like me, like me, like me, like me. If you want to get your soul to heaven, trust in me now. Don't you judge or question. You are broken now, but faith can heal you. Just do everything I tell you to do. Deaf and blind and dumb and born to follow. What you need is someone strong to guide you. Deaf and blind and dumb and born to follow. Let me lay my holy hand upon you. My God's will becomes me when He speaks. He speaks to me. He has needs like I do. We both want to rape you. Jesus Christ, why don't you come save my life now? Open my eyes, blind me with your light now. Jesus Christ, why don't you come save my life now? Open my eyes, blind me with your light now. If you want to get your soul
Well, that's cool. It's like
trust in
the bass is playing the harmonics.
or question. You are broken now, but faith can heal you. Just do everything I tell you to do. Jesus Christ, why don't you come save my life now? Open my eyes, blind me with your light now. Jesus Christ, why don't you come save my life now? Open my eyes, blind me with your light now. Deaf and blind and dumb and born to follow. Let me lay my
Yeah, that was sick. And so now this will be the hidden track if I fast forward, which I will say, thank God it's not goddamn 20 minutes of dead air like on around the fur. Like Jesus Christ, that cuz like again, like for streaming services, if you're going to do a hidden track, like still implement a hidden track, bro, cut that shit down. You got to cut it down. You can't have 20 minutes of nothing going on a song like on Spotify or whatever. Like, come on. Oh, and see, but I didn't have to fast forward. That was that quick.
I had a friend
Whoa.
once, he took some acid. Now he thinks he's a fire engine. It's okay until he pisses on your lighter. Kinda smells kinda cool, kinda funny anyway. Satan, Satan,
Well, that's cool.
I had this friend once, he took some ecstasy, tried to marry me and everyone in the room. He was sorta loving, kinda caring, kinda tried to fuck my lazy boy.
Is
It
this
got
JD
real
Vance he's talking about?
messy, all over the curtains, armchair covers, throw pillows and carpeting.
Man, I really like the way that that's produced. It's just super psychedelic, which makes sense if he's talking about acid and ecstasy. But yeah, there it is. Okay, Tool's first ever release, the Opiate EP. Really cool. I like that a lot. Definitely was not like what I was expecting. But it was really cool to hear them sort of in their, I guess, infancy stage at this point. Already sound really like it says on this Apple Music thing here, fully formed. Like this sounds really good for a first release. Um, like it's very a lot of these songs are very like tongue in cheek. I can tell, like especially like Hush, where and then of course that last hidden track there. But like a lot of these songs, like it seems like they're not really taking themselves that seriously, um, and they're just making some hard hitting, kind of straightforward metal music. But I really dig it. Yeah, it does kind of. It is a little bit reminiscent in some ways to me of Adrenaline from Deftones, not necessarily in the way it sounds or anything, but just like the the building blocks, I guess I can see are being built here that they will then continue to evolve and grow into and surpass in later releases and later albums. Um, but yeah, I really enjoyed that. I was not expecting it to be, again, kind of that straightforward, but I dig it. Definitely adding that to my library. Um, and yeah, it's pretty much all I have to say on that. I will likely have some sort of updated thoughts um, on this EP in my Undertow album when I release that, which will be I'm gonna listen to that album right after this. Um, so this is just my first reaction to Opiate, but I'll probably have some updated thoughts in that video at the end, like I normally do. So yeah, thanks for watching, and it's really exciting. Very, eager to see how Tool evolves from here. And yeah, I'll be seeing y'all in my next video when I'm reacting to Undertow. But take care of yourself. I'll see you in the next video. Peace.